Hello, everyone. It's Lisa with Ink and Inspirations, and welcome to my Thursday at 3 live, coming to you from Southeast Texas, where it's very chilly, but not as cold as and snowy as it is in some parts of the country. Our cabin in Missouri should be getting quite a bit of snow this evening, so I'm hoping to catch some pictures and photos of that. Anyway, it's cold enough for me here, and it's kind of a rainy day. So it's a good time to stay inside and craft. And so we're going to be doing that today with some new product because it is celebration time. It's the most wonderful crafting time of the year because we get to earn free products with our qualifying order. So if you are not familiar with celebration, with your Stampin' Up! Order of $60 or more, you get to choose an item out of the celebration brochure, which when you order online, you can see your freebies once you go to your cart before you check out so that you don't leave anything out. It's all right there in front of you. And with your total, you can get items with a $60 purchase, and there are certain items that are qualified to receive with a $120 purchase. And if your order, it can be a workshop order if you have a group of friends that are ordering together, or if you place an order, if there's a lot you want in the catalog or you're ready to stock up. If you get a $300 order, you get an extra $30 in Stampin' Rewards. So anyway, those Stampin' Rewards are going to be changing pretty soon, and we'll be talking more about that. But right now, you can still earn them, and it's just a good time to stock up on your crafting supplies. So I hope everybody is doing well. I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera down so I can show you some things. Again, there is so much that has been added to the online store this week. So if you want to see everything that's available, the best way to do that is to go to the online store. There are new online exclusives, which include 3 new kits. Plus, the scrapbooking line has some items that have been added to it, along with scrapbooking workshop kits, which I love. And speaking of that, I'm going to go ahead and share. I recently, this past Monday, I had my scrap along for the Reindeer Memories kit, and I had a private Facebook group. If you purchase that kit from me, and you can see me cutting, going through the process, see my thought process in the cutting and my errors so that you don't make them. And also, I did a live stream where I actually put all of the layouts together. So I don't know about you, but for me, it's always helpful to see someone do it. And I also give you tips and pointers. So if you purchase the next scrapbooking workshop kit that I will feature, which is Wildflower Celebrations, and you can only see that in the online store. I was just able to order that on Tuesday. It's supposed to be delivered tomorrow. There's been a little bit of delay, so I haven't even put my hands on it yet, but I'm super excited to see it. So if you order that kit, I will add you to the group. The date in February is yet to be determined, depending on doctor appointment schedules and all of that, but I will post that as soon as possible. Okay. All right. So that's for the Wildflower Celebration Scrapbooking Workshop Kit. That's our February scrap along. And there are several that are being offered, new ones. And so I think you're going to love them. And we will put that together. Okay. So let me go ahead and flip the camera down so I can be sure and get everything where you can see it. Okay. So now let's talk about just a little bit about the mini catalog has gone live, and it has wonderful items in it. I love the layout. And today, the first card we're going to be making is using the Terrific Toadstools bundle. So this was the first one that the bundle that I had my eye on. And the reason being is because I don't know if you've noticed, but I've seen a lot of mushroom items in home decor, kitchenware, kitchen decor, just photos, just all kinds of little trinkets. There were even some available in like little ornaments for the holidays. So anyway, I thought I have got to get that because it's super cute. And I have the wrong punch here, but it goes with the Toadstool Builder Punch. So I'll be using this punch a little differently than I have in the past because normally we stamp first and then punch. But for this particular punch, and I'll tell you why, I'm going to punch first and then stamp, okay? So let's see who's here. Hi, Nan. Happy New Year. Hi, Pam, Lynn. Yes, it's so cute, Nan. So thank you all for tuning in. Okay, so we'll be using that first. Let me make sure. Yeah, Pam, right? I know. Okay, so let's see. One more thing I want to tell you before we proceed on, because if I don't, I might forget. So my next online class, if you're on my email newsletter, you may have seen mention of this, is this stuffed pocket card class. Super fun to put together, lots of little elements to it. And in the class, I will also show you a different version that is not, say, heart or Valentine themed, so you can see how you can use it for different occasions. So that is my stuffed pocket online class. The early bird price is $17, which goes through January the 16th, which is the day the class is available online and launches. And that you can take a screenshot of that URL there on the screen, and that's where you can go to sign up and read more about it. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and talk about a little bit more about this. I'm going to open the catalog to this page. So I'll have to say, I haven't been as active on social media or on my blog here in the last few weeks, but mainly because of the holidays. We had visitors, family visitors, enjoyed all of that time with them. So I really hadn't gotten to play with my new stuff until this week. But you rest assured there are things coming that I will be showing you. Super excited to share. And we're going to have lots and lots to craft with for this next upcoming spring season. So in the mini catalog, we have page 53, the Terrific Toadstools bundle, okay? And it contains the stamp set and the builder punch, Terrific Toadstools builder punch, kind of like a tongue twister. But it's super cute and fun to put together, and I think you're going to really enjoy playing with it. And so that's what we're using there. And as part of the celebration offering, on page 8 in the brochure is this Coordinating a Toadstool Gardens Designer Series paper that you can earn for free. Now that's with a $60 purchase. So the bundle is $38.50, which is a great price for this bundle. And then you can add your cardstocks or your inks or ribbons to get up to $60, so you can earn this precious designer series paper for free. I'm going to be going through and showing you the different patterns within that paper pack in just a minute. Okay, so that's what we're going to be using on our first card. And let's see, I have lots and lots of pieces that I'm using this time. So let me see here. We are going to be making this fun fold. It's like a gatefold that's with a ribbon closure. And look how fun those colors are. Okay. And so we're going to be doing that. And let's get started. Okay. First of all, I want to show you that we have a piece of Melon Mambo cardstock. Cut it 4 1/4 by 11. And we're going to score this at 2 3/4 and 8 1/4. And so you know how I love to use my Simply Scored for scoring. So I'm going to pull this out. We're going to line up that long side across the top. I'm going to grab my scoring tool if I can find it. I can't blame it on Mia this time because it's like, okay, Lisa, what have you done with it? So I try to keep it right here close with my tools, but you know, things happen, and what will happen is it'll turn up after I'm finished with the project. So yes, I did think I had all my supplies ready, but just want you to know that everyone has the moments when it's like you just can't find what you need. So I'm going to use my bone folder, okay? So we have here 4 1/4 by 11, 2 3/4 by 8 1/4. So here's 2 3/4 by 8 1/4. I think I'm going to have to take my bracelets off so I'm not rattling. There's that one. Okay, so now we're going to fold on those and burnish on those score lines. Hey, Debbie. Yes, it's on your list. It's a fun one. So, as I planned, I will be featuring this particular bundle next when we go live again. But I had to show you now because it's just too fun. All right, so there is our gatefold, okay, just like that. So we have that ready. I think I can set this aside now. And we are going to get out our other pieces of paper here. So we have some scrap that we're going to use for stamping and punching. And as I mentioned earlier, for this particular stamp set and punch duo, I am going to punch first, okay? I have a piece of fresh freesia that is just a scrap. You see, I pulled it out of my scrap drawer. I needed a big enough piece for my 2 3/8 inch circle punch. And then I have a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of basic white for the inside. And then I'm going to show you these precious patterns in this paper. Now, this is the paper that you can earn for free with a minimum $60 purchase. It's in this the celebration brochure. So look at that print. Let me see if I can. Isn't that adorable? It's got the little ladybug and then a fresh freesia stripe on the back. Then we have some a dotted pattern, okay, with the colors within the paper. So it has Melon Mambo and Poppy Parade and Fresh Freesia, Gray Granite, Pumpkin Pie, and here's a stripe, okay. Here we have like, what do you call that? Almost like an ombre where the colors fade into one another in the Mambo Freesia and Granny Apple Green in a mushroom print. And on the back of that is this, it's like a bark look, but what it reminds me of is like a mushroom, like underneath a mushroom is what is that textury look. That's what it looks like. Hey, Connie. Oh, I know you're cold, girl. I've been seeing your snow pictures. So pretty. Okay. Then we have this Melon Mambo print. And then this kind of strange looking swirl, but I like it. I just made another card with this particular print. This leafy print here. And then we have this one with those big old mushrooms in Melon Mambo, Poppy Parade, and these are in Pumpkin Pie. And then this is the one we're going to be using on our card. And so I didn't cut it so I can show you how I cut this to make the most of this. Oh, in Florida, the heat. Yeah, Nan, I know y'all are having some record lows there probably, huh? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this. I'm going to move these sheets out of the way. We'll work with this in just a minute here. but let's go ahead and cut our designer paper. So I need 2 pieces at 2.5 by 4. Okay, so this is 6 by 6, right? So if I cut it at 2.5 and 2.5, then I'm going to end up with little pieces of chunks here at the bottom. Okay, I'm trying to end up with as big a pieces as possible. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn it, because this is definitely has a directionality with the little snails and the mushrooms. Okay, I'm going to cut it at 4 because that's our length here that we need. Okay, right through here. And so I'm going to cut it at 4. So let's line that up. Okay, so now we have this nice size strip here that we can use on another project. And then we're going to cut it at 2.5 each. So that's 2.5. And then another 2.5. And then we can save this piece for another card. All right. Okay, let's look at our card base. So we're these, oh, for some reason that didn't turn out right, did it? Oh, oops. Okay, so I must have cut it for a different project. So, okay, we're not going to panic. We're going to find another piece, and I'm going to measure this again. So, y'all, what's going on with me here? So 2.5. Did I not cut that at 2.5? What did I do, y'all? Did I cut 1.5? I cut it at 2. Okay, that's where I messed up. It's got to be 2.5. Okay, Lisa, you need to quit jabbering and cut the paper. Okay, so let's do that. I'm going to find that print. So what's great about this is you've got a bunch of sheets of the same pattern. Okay, so I ended up with too small a sheet anyway, right? Okay, here we go again. Let's cut it 4. I am gonna double check myself again, y'all. 2.5 by 4, and I cut it at 2. Y'all probably saw that, huh? And probably screaming at me, Lisa, don't cut. Okay, there's that. There's the 4. 2.5. 2.5. So just shows you that someone that does this every day and as a job still makes tons of boo-boos. Okay, so now we have this, and what did I do with my paper here? And so let's see. This one's going to go on this side, and this one is going to go on this side. Now, that's much better. Are y'all laughing at me? Oh my goodness, Lisa. Jackie would just be shaking his head like, oh my goodness. But really, that happens if I'm talking too much when I'm trying to cut. I shouldn't try to do that. Oh no, honey. Not not at all. Oh my goodness. How you doing, Lynn? What's your weather like there? Okay, so here we go. Okay, so I'm lining those up. Okay, so it is kind of like a continuous pattern because these were cut right next to each other. Gosh, it's like a good thing we have lots of paper, right? Thank y'all. Y'all are making me feel so much better. Okay, so now we have that, and then there's a next step that you need to do before you do anything else so that you don't forget, okay? That's the closure. So this ribbon is also in the Celebration catalog. I almost forgot about that. It is right here, the Fresh Freesia seam binding ribbon, which has to be one of my favorite ribbons. And because it's so soft, so thin, pliable, and easy to tie. So I cut approximately 24 because I'm going to tie a bow. Okay, let me get these out of the way. So what I do here is I take it and I wrap it around where I get about the same amount on the front and the back. But I'm going to pull this and I'm going to tie that bow right here in front. Okay. Oh, snow tomorrow. Okay, Lynn. Bundle up. Or stay in, right? Okay. So that looks about right. And I'll probably still have to trim a little bit. So what I do to help hold that in place is I center it because that's where I want it. Okay. I'm going to center it up. And then I take a little bit of Stampin' Seal or Stampin' Seal Plus, and right there on the front, I hold it in place. Okay. So even if as you're working with it, you know, it's going to be there on the card and you won't forget to put it on. Okay. All right. We'll do the inside of the card last. But next I'm going to get my base for my toadstools or mushrooms. And this is the Fresh Freesia that I said we needed, the 2 3/8 inch circle punch. Okay. So let me grab that. And I'm going to go ahead and punch this out. So we got all of our Christmas stuff down and put up thanks to Jackie. I had told him, I said, I can do that Wednesday. And he said, and I said that, but because I'm going to be working and designing on Monday and Tuesday, and I'm not going to have time to do it. Well, he starts taking everything down, which, you know, I was glad in the long run because that it got done, and he ended up doing most of it by himself. I think I put up some ornaments, but what we did is we have a back house. We call it the back house. And it's really like for his tools and kind of like a workshop for him. And it's storage because the house we're in is the house that I grew up in. And it's not very big at all. And so not a lot of room, closet space for anything. So we've got boxes that are numbered, the big old Sterilite or I forget what you call them, those big plastic boxes. And they're numbered. And then we have on the outside, like one says Christmas tree, one says ornaments. Okay, so see, I'm sponging Fresh Freesia around the edge of this because we're not going to back it with anything. Okay, just to give it a little oomph, a little punch. Okay, all right. So anyway, the boxes have the numbers, and then on the inside of the box, I have a little slip of paper that has everything that's in that box. You know, it's like, because most of the stuff we have is stuff we've had for years, and because I'm very nostalgic like that, and I want to put that kind of stuff out. And I have the list in there so I know what goes back in that box, and that makes it so much easier. Okay, so now we're going to stamp on this. All right, so I need my Granny Apple Green. So that made the put up with everything go rather quickly. So that was nice. And it's nice to have it all done. So now I'm getting my Mardi Gras stuff out. All right, Granny Apple Green. And we're going to do something that I don't do very often, but you can do this, and I encourage you to do it, is I'm stamping in a color on a different color cardstock. Okay, so right here, I wanted to give my toadstools a base. So I'm going to stamp, let me see. Okay, along the bottom here so I can see through. And there we go. Okay, so we have the ground. Okay, then let me wipe this off a bit. Then we're going to take the little grassy stamp. It's got little stems. And I'm going to ink that up in Granny Apple. And I'm going to stamp kind of like a background so it doesn't look like the mushrooms, you know, are just floating there. Okay, so I kind of like vary where I stamp to give different heights. And I never do this the same on any of them. I'm going to come over here on this side now. Let's see. Okay. And then the mushrooms I'm going to glue on, because, and after I see the placement there, sometimes I'll come back and add another one if I think it needs it. Okay. But right now I'm going to kind of leave that as it is. And I'm going to close this one up, and then we're going to punch and then stamp our toadstools. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there so I can see it. I'm going to get my basic white. So for this, you would need about 1/4 of a sheet of cardstock, like 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, just to give yourself plenty of room. And let me get my terrific toadstool builder punch. Let's see, I'll go ahead and punch these out. And I'm going to use this smaller one. I'll save this one for another project. And then the stem, okay? And then I'm going to use one of the smaller ones. Let me show you. So I have it double mounted on here so I wouldn't lose it. Okay, I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to use Poppy Parade to stamp the top. Okay, and then I'm going to use the little stem. Put that right there so I don't lose it. See that little bitty chunky stem there? And use Early Espresso. And I'm going to stamp that just right beneath it. And then we're going to fussy cut this out. Okay? Let me put this back in the box. And this goes back with it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and cut this one out first. Scissors, paper snips. So let me cut this out. That's some scrap. Move that over. And then we're just going to cut close to the stamped image on this. So there are other little mushroom or toadstool images within the stamp set that don't coordinate with the punch, which is good because sometimes you need different sizes, and it's not that difficult to cut them out. So you can see I'm cutting away the excess white because all that does is get in the way as I come around the corner. And then the bottom. Okay, there's one. Super cute, isn't it? Okay, I have a little hair of paper there. All right, I'm throwing these scraps away. And then I'm going to get the mushroom. Now here comes the whole reasoning behind why I punch first. In the past, we've had stamps that are a little bigger than either the die or the punch, and this is the case with these. So that when you go to, you don't have to stamp it just right or use a template on your basic white so that you can slide this in and punch out all three pieces. You don't have to do that. You can just punch, have the pieces, and then you look at the curves of the shape that you're going to stamp on and match it so that you know you're stamping on the right side, okay? Because if you flip it, it'll be a little different, okay? Then I'm going to ink this up in Melon Mambo. And I'm going to center it over this and stamp. And it's kind of hard to tell white on white, but I don't want to get ink all over my pad. And so sometimes I'll just re-punch. I'm going to stand up so I can see a little bit better. So I'm going to pick this up and show you. You see how you can see the stamp all around the punch? So you know you have filled in that whole piece. See? And it works like a charm. I love it. I love being able to punch and then stamp for these builder punches, okay? And then we're going to do that with the same thing with the stem. Let me close this up. Okay, where's my stem? Right here. Okay, and I need early espresso. Ink it up. I've got the curve going the right way. I'm going to stand up so I can see. Let's see if I got it. Yeah, I think I did. You see how there's stamp ink around, but this paper was in the middle, so bam. How about that, huh? Love it. Okay, love that, love that. Okay, let me put this up. And now we're going to start building on our little piece here. Okay, so now pick this up and I start playing with the placement. Okay. And then this one's going to go right here. Yep, I think I like that. Although, I'm wondering if I need some more grass. I think I am going to put another, even if it overlaps, I'm going to get my Granny Apple Green out again. Ink it up. I want it about right there and I want it taller. So I'm going to, there we go. Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay, so now I'm going to put some glue behind this stem, but not all the way to the top, so that it can go over, underneath the mushroom. Because you see, we're looking, do this again. we're looking like underneath the mushroom. So that stem is going to go right there. Okay. All right. So now let me go ahead and ink this up, ink it up, glue, put the adhesive on, and then that, and then I can put a little adhesive right there. Bam. All right. Next, right here. Now I'm wondering if I should have another granny apple grass there. You see what I mean? It's like once you start placing the mushrooms or the toadstools, you see we're like, oh, I need a little bit more right there. Whoops. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I'm going with it. Now I'm looking right there and see, do I need to fill in? But I think I can get too much. So I'm going to leave it be. Okay. See how cute that is? All right. So what I did on this, I have these brush brass butterflies that I have hardly ever used. And we are going to use those with our little mushrooms. I think they're perfect for it. And so I'm going to go ahead and put 2 of them directly on the circle. A small one and a larger one. These are in the big annual catalog. Okay, so now what we're going to do is get our card base back in here. And we are going to, it's going to overlap this other side, okay, because it's like part of the closure. So that's going to go like that. And so I see that I'm only going to need adhesive on this side. So I'm going to use Stampin' Seal Plus. I'm marking with my finger where the center is. Straighten that ribbon out. Make sure I get all of the adhesive on this one side so that I don't adhere it closed. And there we go. And then we'll tie this in a minute once we've got the inside done. But then what I did here is I got one of the other little butterflies and put it out here. Okay. All right. Isn't that so cute? Oh, Nan, that's a good idea. Yeah, these butterflies are great and they're nice and flat. And I've, haven't used them since last spring, so it's been a while. Okay, let's do the inside piece. 4 by 5 1/4 piece of basic white. I'm going to put that there. And I'm going to look at my other piece so I can see what I did. Okay, so I used that grass again and the granny apple. And I stamped it 5 times. Different heights. Right here in the lower right corner. And then I'm going to skip a little bit of a space because I put some mushrooms in there. I need to go right here. right here. All right, so now I'm going to get it's a 3-stemmed piece. Okay, I've got the mushroom tops here. I'm going to move those off. I'm going to take my early espresso. Thank you, Pam. Oh. And then I'm going to come up like in that little space there. Okay, I'm going to come up and make sure it at least touches the bottom. Okay, and then I'm going to get those 3 little tops. So on this card, you can see I do not have a sentiment at all. I decided to wait. So I wasn't going to put one on the outside, but I'm going to wait and see how I need to use the card. Birthday, thank you. You know, thinking of you. No, Lisa, not this one again. I need Melon Mambo. So that's why I don't have a sentiment. But I did use a sentiment on another card. And if you're on my email list, you saw another card with this set on Tuesday. Okay, so here are the 3. I'm going to ink those in Melon Mambo. And I'm going to line those up. And I'm lining, you see how you can see the little brown stem through it? That's intentional. Ta-da! Isn't that cute? So cute. All right. Let me kind of get some of this ink off. And we're going to go ahead and put this on the inside of our card. So here you can see I left enough room where if I wanted to put a big like happy birthday or thank you, it would do very well on the inside here. Oh, yeah, Debbie. You know, sometimes you just need it's almost like a stationery, you know. Center that up. Oh, so cute. All right. And then we're going to just wrap this around. Let me show you how cute this is tied up on the side here. This is so easy to tie. So I have a story to tell, and I'll probably post it as well too, because I probably won't get all the information right. Hey, Catherine. Oh, that's good. Okay, girl. So if you follow me, you know that every fall / Thanksgiving, Christmas, holiday season, I make a blessing box with cards in it that are probably, you know, smaller than something you would mail. And they're to leave for someone to find, okay? And you pray that the right person that needs that uplifting message finds the card, or you can give the card to someone or leave it somewhere where you know someone who needs it can find it. just all kinds of ways. I went to Silver Dollar City at Christmas time and I had a box of them and I left them in different places, in the different shops, just tucked like inside the Christmas tree or inside of a purse that they were selling, just, and my friend Debbie that's on here gave her granddaughter some and she loved it and she started using them at school. Y'all, praise. Okay, that is just, oh, awesome. And like leaving in a locker, or when she goes through Starbucks, she'll put her payment inside the card and hand it to the barista. I mean, awesome ways to use them, And then she asked for more. And then her friends are asking for them. So, Debbie, if you want to add anything, you can. But it's like, this is what this is all about, y'all. Okay? Yes, it's a hobby. Yes, it's fun. But we can change lives or make someone's day better. Okay? We can do that. And that is my hope. That is my goal for this year. And I just, we got to do it. We have to do it. So, yeah, Pam, yeah, I think it's awesome. So, Debbie, I've been thinking that we probably, hopefully, maybe can gather and just make a bunch of blessing cards. And they don't even have to be like a book open card. It can be like a bookmark or a tag with, I have stamps with Bible verses on them. And I have, we have 6 people, 4 girls and 2 boys handing them out. Praise the Lord. Debbie, that is awesome. At high school, y'all, I'm telling you, this is what it's about. Okay? I get choked up because this is my hope and my prayer. So, yeah. And if you want to know, if you're not familiar with my blessing boxes, if you want to me to send the link, post here. I can send you the link to the latest one I've done. I've done them every year for several years now. And I've left those little cards everywhere. I've even left them in Buc-ee's. So, yeah. Okay. All right. Here's our first card. Now, but I felt like I needed to share that because this is really what it's all about, y'all. Okay. Now, let me show you another cutesy card with this. Here's another one I made. You'll be seeing, I don't know if I do a video or a post on this with all the information. It says popping up to say hi. So I have to tell you, Lynn, if you're still here, I used your Christmas card as inspiration to make this card. Okay. Here's Lynn. Made this card, sent me this card. And this is, cute, huh? You can use your designs over and over again, y'all. Okay. All right. So this is another one. And that's all I've gotten to make besides the one. Yeah, Lynn. Yeah. Okay. All right. If you have questions or if you want information on the blessing box and cards, I have a blog post that I put up plus a video where I make the blessing box. If you were interested, just comment and I will put the link I'll probably put it on Facebook and YouTube because, yeah, it's what it's all about. Oh, what is this? I think I had this strip thinking, oh, duh, I do have a sentiment, you are magical. But hindsight is like, I want to leave that off in case I want to put thank you or thinking of you. Okay, so, but a 1/2-inch strip of this fresh freesia, and I stamped on it in Granny Apple Green, okay, for this one. You Are Magical. And I thought this would be cute for a little kid's birthday card. All right. I forgot to put the ladybug in the other one, but you can do that. See, I stamped it in. They stamped theirs a lot in pumpkin pie. I did mine Poppy Parade, and then it has the little black spots that you put over top. So anyway. Oh no, these are in red. These are in Poppy Parade, but I saw some on a different sheet that they're in pumpkin pie. Okay. All right. So there's that. And I'm going to switch and we're going to do another card. I've forgotten about that You Are Magical. But then, you know, hindsight was like, I should have left that off in case I need it for a different kind of card. Okay. Whew. All right. Next. I am using the Storybook Moments Specialty Designer Series paper to make this next card. Okay. And let me show you the card. Look how cute. Little mouse in a teacup. Okay. Yes, Lynn, that's a good idea. Yeah. Okay. So in the paper, in the paper pack, let me get this so I can show you here. So this paper comes with this huge suite of products called the Storybook, what is it called? Storybook Moments Suite. So it has like the gardening stamp set, and then the little cute little critters with the bunnies and the different animals stamp set. And then these dies that go with this, and these that go with this one. And these also cut out some of the designer paper. Beautiful ribbon and some pearls. Well, I just got the papers for now, okay? And I love this plaid, which we're going to be using. I'll show you that in a minute. But first, we're going to look at the specialty designer paper. It's amazing, okay? I love the little die-cut figures that you can use to make a card. And if you're just starting out, this is great, okay? So in these, it's cut from the designer paper. And even though I don't have the dies, I can fussy cut them out, okay? So it's a really cute suite, okay? Really cute. So let's take a look at the paper. In your package, you get 2 full sheets of this Storybook Moment die cuts, okay? And you just punch them out. I took my other sheet and I've already punched them all out, and I put them in a little box, okay? Then, so you get 2 sheets of that and 2 sheets of each of these prints. So here are these precious bunnies, okay? These can be cut out. You could also use like a big punch a die to cut out some of these other ones, like in a shape. Super cute. It reminds me of Peter Rabbit and the Velveteen Rabbit. This one does. And then we have a strawberry print on the back. It's super cute. Then we have the gardening tools and accessories on this. And then on the back, we have a really pretty, this reminds me of old-fashioned wallpaper, doesn't it, y'all? Huh? Okay, and then look at these cottages. I wish we had this stamp. I love little houses. I was hoping we would keep the Yuletide Village, but no, it's gone. But yeah, super cute little cottages. Okay, and I love the subtlety of the color. Fabled Friends. Oh, you're saying it goes along with that, Debbie? Oh, look at the veggies. Pumpkins, carrots. Something I was going to ask y'all. Do we have a stamp set right now that's current that says thanks a bunch? Does anybody know? Because we have all these carrots, and I think it would be cute to put Thanks a Bunch with the carrots. Look at these little squirrels. Cute. Okay, and then the back side of this one. Oh, I like that. I think that's what Lost Lagoon. That's a beautiful print. Okay, and then we have, is this a different bunny, or have I already gone through them all? I've already gone through them all. Okay, but they're super cute. And then you get the 2 sheets of die cuts. Another stamp set has Thanks a Bunch. Fable Friends, yeah. Oh, I thought, Debbie, I think you're talking about Fable Friends. I was wondering about the Thanks a Bunch. Okay, so let me see what I need here for my little teacup mouse. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and punch her out of this. Yeah. Yes, very vintage, Catherine. Okay, so there's my little die cut. And I'm going to push these back in. I like to try to keep most of them on the sheet so I can see them all instead of, oh, it's an old stamp. Okay, thank you, Debbie. But, I don't know, I need to look through my stamps and see. Thanks a bunch, thanks a bunch. So I can see them, you know, and match. So, anyway, I'm going to put this aside now. Then you get a whole sheet, and I've already cut up some of these. A whole sheet of these panels, okay? So I've already cut, then it's got this print on the back. So this is another print within the paper. Oh, Catherine, yay. Okay, thanks, Debbie. So I'm going to show you, I've already cut off the bottom, okay, but I'm going to show you how I cut these. Let me get my paper trimmer. It is raining. Oh, blueberry bun. Oh, I don't have that set. Do you have that set, Debbie? Okay, so you don't want to mess up any of your panels because they're great for card fronts, okay? So you look and see how you can go down the center. I've already done this. This bottom part had like a row of 3x4, so I just cut it all the way across there, okay? So now I see I have these 3x4s, this strip here, and then, you know, different sizes. So I want to make the most of it. And, oh, you have it, Debbie. I want to borrow it. Okay, right here, I'm going to cut on that line because it's going to cut those 2 pieces in half. Okay, now I want to use this, okay? So I'm trying to get to it. So I'm going to cut off the bunches of carrots here. All right, and then I'm going to turn it and cut off the strawberries. And I just try to line up the line in between the track. I mean, on top of the track, the cutting track. Okay, and then I can cut this apart. Look at those ducks, how cute. All right. So there's the piece that I'm using today. And then I can keep these in my pack and just cut them apart as I need them. But man, I'll be using all of those on card fronts. So you'll be seeing those. All right. So here we've got Calypso Coral and Cajun Craze. I went back and forth as to what I was going to use, but Calypso Coral just wasn't enough to, you know, didn't give me the look that I wanted. So I went with Cajun Craze. So let me show you my pieces here. I have a 5.5 by 8.5 inch card base in Cajun Craze. So I'm going to take this and fold it in half. So has anybody been watching any good Netflix movies or Prime? I'm still watching Hallmark Christmas movies, the old ones, you know. Like I watched one yesterday, Christmas at Holly Lodge from 2017. I love it. I love watching while I'm crafting. That could be why it's taking me so long. I can't find my phone folder. So use this one. I don't know what this is from. Okay. So there's our base. Oh, well, here it is in my box with the other card. We watched Midway last night. It's not new, but I've seen the old Midway. I love historical movies like that. We watched that last night. And we watched the other night the 3 888. Oh, I do watch them all year, Nan. I have them recorded. So. The 3 888 is good, very good. If you have Netflix, I think that's what it's on. Okay, Lisa, quit talking. Okay, so let me go in here again and show you this other designer paper that we're going to use. And this is a Timeless Plaid. This is in that suite as well. Okay, so we have all these beautiful prints here. So let me just show you. And these I could use, you can use with anything. Masculine cards, cards for kids, sympathy cards, just beautiful plaids. Aren't they pretty? And very subtle, very subtle. Look at that. I think there are 12 different patterns with 4 of each in this pack. I love these colors. Here we go with this. Just so pretty. Gosh. There's that boho blue. Look at all these plaids, y'all. Crazy for plaid. That's pretty. That's real feminine looking. And then this is the one we're using today. And I need a 4 by 5 1/4 piece. So let's cut that. So what I'm going to do, really it's either way. I could cut 4 all the way across, but it's going to be 5 1/4, which is a good length. So I could cut 5 1/4 and then cut 4, and then I have a 2-inch piece and then a 3/4 inch piece. Okay, let's cut it. Let's not make a mistake this time, Lisa. Okay, so I'm going to cut, this is 6 inches, and I want to cut off 5 1/4, at 5 1/4. Okay, so we have that we can save. And then I need 4. Checking myself so I don't make a boo-boo. And we have this good piece to keep. All right. So now, so thanks for the thumbs up, whoever gave me that. Appreciate that. It's very helpful to me when you like, comment, and share my videos. Okay, so that's going to go right there. Isn't that pretty against that Cajun Craze? All right, then I used a scrap piece of crumb cake and I cut out this little banner. And that's from something else that's new. Let's see if I can grab that. No, that's not it. What did I do with it? It's from the birthday celebrations. Oh, here it is. I have it right in my box where it's supposed to be. Go figure that. Okay, birthday celebrations has all of the numbers in it. And then it has these little banner pieces. Okay, so I used, what did I do with it? This one to cut that out for my sentiment. Okay, and it's very generic, so it can be used for different occasions. And let's see. All right, so what I did is I went through my sentiment stamps and I found this one that has just for you with them stacked like that. So let me go ahead and stamp that on and it'll be ready to go. So I think I have that mounted and I need a Cajun Craze ink pen. Oh, that's very juicy. Very juicy. Let me stamp off a little bit. Okay, I'm going to test it. Yeah, that's okay. Oh, my heater's coming on. It's cold. Okay, so here we go. Let's go ahead and stamp this. See, it's a perfect fit. Just for you. So I'm going to set that aside and hope I don't lose it. Okay, Nan, thanks so much for tuning in. All right. So now we have this, which we cut out of our panels. And then we have another piece of Cajun Craze cut at 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. Oops. Like this. And that's going to go there. And then my little mouse is going to be popped up with dimensionals on the front in the little frame. Okay, let's try that. I didn't mean for it to run over an hour, but that's what happens when you jabber a lot. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to glue this one onto here. Okay, so I'm going to do a ribbon treatment on this card as well, and it's something you want to do before you adhere down this piece. I've got the iridescent stripe trim. On this one, I'm just going to tie it in a knot, but it's going to be down here at the bottom, so I'm leaving it on the spool. So if you were tying a bow, you're going to need, you know, like the 24 inches or so. but this one probably takes about 18 maybe, just to make sure you have enough. Or you can leave it on the spool like this, tie your knot. Okay, and then I'm going to get cut. It's a good way to save on your ribbon. I know I need to trim off here. Okay. It's kind of like the color, the iridescent kind of takes on the color of your card, kind of. I mean, it matches everything. Okay, so that's going to be right here on our card front. So back to movies, 38888, The Forge. The Forge is a very good movie. Okay. All right, we have that ready, and now we can put this. So you see how quickly this is going together. And then this Just For You is going to go right there. And then for the inside of the card, I believe all I did was add a strip of that designer paper. So let me see what I have here. Let's see what I can do with that. On this one, yep, that's what I did. Strip down the side. And then you can just throw that little piece that you don't use away. Okay. Scissors. Trash. And we'll put this on the inside. And then I have another card made with this paper to show you. Okay. Okay, there's cute little cards, that little mouse, and here is another example using the ready-made die cuts, and this is from Unbounded Love. I just fussy cut out the Hello Friend. I use those brass butterflies again. Here you see I'm using the Timeless Plaid. This is a panel from the paper. This was a die cut from the designer paper, and here I use these two little friends right there, and there's the inside. And then we'll take a look at our other ones again. So here is our gatefold with a ribbon closure, and we stamped on the inside. See it down in there with the mushrooms. And then here's another one that you'll see again sometime soon. Okay. All right. Thank you so much if you stuck around with me. I appreciate you being here. Be sure and visit my website at inkinspirations.com. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up, and subscribe to my YouTube channel if that's where you are, or you can share it on Facebook. Okay, thanks so much, and thank you, Pam. You have a great weekend too. Let's see. Y'all take care and stay warm, okay? And hope you can find a good movie to watch, okay? Or get in your craft room and make those cards and make a difference, okay? Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.